Hey everybody, my name is Alayla Carroll, and I wanted to share something with you, but I wanted to share something totally different from what I've been doing. But see, I got a revelation, and I wanted to share the revelation with you guys. It's been a while since I have been pondering on two things. So, first off, don't make fun of my drawing because I'm going to show you some illustration. I am not great at drawing, so I'm not that kind of artiste. I am an artist, but not an artiste. Anyways, I know you probably say, what's the difference? The difference is art is, we creative and many different things. But an artiste is a person who draws and paints and stuff. I don't do all that. Anyways, I'm just being silly. I want to share some things with you guys. What I want to share is that first I'm going to do this for my son, and actually I would still do this for him, but before I do that, I want to share this with you guys. Why is it taking so long? Mainly because my mind is like all over the place. My thoughts are everywhere. I just landed in Philadelphia, and my mind is just like, whew. And it's late, and I know I need to get some sleep, so I don't want to rush through this, but I also want to get this done. So let's see. First off, what is the revelation? So first, I want to say that I specialize in building people's self-esteem, but I also help with people understanding who they are, why they're here, and helping them to tap into discovering their purpose. And what is the purpose of you being here? Well, first you got to understand what you are before you can even understand why you're here. And I want to share the what you are part with you first. And then the why you're here part, that's something completely different at a later time and all that other stuff like that. So let's just get to it. I am very spiritual. I'm biblical too. So I do pull a lot of my resources from the Holy Bible. And I know there are some people who don't read the Bible. You're not into it, and that's fine. I also have been reading the Quran and everything. So just letting you know, I do pull my information from source. And the source that I'm pulling my information from is right now is from the Holy Bible, and it's Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, as well as Matthew chapter 26 verse 41. And so, as you see here, my little illustration, there's 1, 2, 3. So you think that this is 3 different people, right? No, this is actually one person. This one person is you. All 3 figures is actually you. And the reason why it is 3 is because we're made of three-part beings. So you have, let me write down what I'm doing. So you have right here would be the body. Then you have the soul. And then you have the spirit. And here we have it. Bam. So this is the body, this is the soul, this is the spirit. And you put them together and become one, which is human. We're called human being. Why? Because the body is made of dirt. The word human is dirt. Then you got the soul. Then you have the spirit. This is where everybody get confused from. A lot of us, we focus on one part of us. We never really pay attention to the fact that we are 3-part being. And we should focus on all 3 of us. I watch a lot of reality shows, and I've been learning a lot from them, not because of the drama, but because I've noticed what people pay attention to. We mostly pay attention to this part of us, which is the body. We don't really pay attention to the soul, and we can care less about the spirit. So focusing only on the body It's a dangerous thing if you're looking for your purpose in life. You will not find your purpose through your body. You will find your purpose through your spirit. But your spirit must understand that it can't do anything without the approval of the soul. Why you say that, Layla? Well, let me explain why. So, chapter 26 in the book of Genesis, and that's chapter 1, verse 26 in the book of Genesis. It says, and God said, let us make man in our image. The word our, that says a lot right there. Then you have, it says, after our, again, he mentioned the word our also. After our likeness, and let them, who is them? Man. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the flocks in the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth. So we have dominion over all the earth, which is made of dirt, and our body is made of dirt. So we have dominion over what we came from, okay? And over every creeping thing that creeps upon it. That creeps upon the earth. So I've been hearing this scriptures for years. And I only thought of it in one aspect. Okay, God made us in his image. People say that a lot. God made us in his image. Yeah, he really did make us in his image, but that ain't where he stopped at. So let me keep going. Then you have, let's go to Matthew. I want to pull up Matthew. I have to pull it up to my laptop because I've been trying to get on this thing for a good minute now. And I'm going to tell you, when I'm about to give a message to you guys, Satan always interferes. He always messes with my technology. I noticed that. It's weird, but I have been paying attention to it throughout the years. And he does mess with my technology. It's just what it is. So, Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. It says, watch and pray. That's what the spirit come in at. Pray. Watch and pray. Okay, telling you to do two things. So that you will not fall into temptation. Where's the temptation? It's right here in the soul. Okay? The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. This is the part where the revelation came in at for me. And I want to share it with you guys. So, we got the body, the soul, the spirit. That's what we have here. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. This is the spirit, this is the body, which is the flesh. The spirit is willing, the flesh is weak. But then you have the soul. Why is the soul so important? If you really pay attention, what is Satan after? He is after your soul. He's not after your body because he can't have your body. Your body, when you die, it decays, it goes back to the earth. God is not after your body either because flesh and blood can't enter into heaven. So when your body dies, it goes back to the earth. So basically the body belongs to the earth. That's why we have dominion over it anyway. It goes right back to where it came from. This is what I was trying to explain to my son about the body. So anyways, it goes back to where it came from. Then you have the spirit. The spirit is of God. I know you know the scripture that says, absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. Well, that's the spirit that's present with the Lord. Now, where's your soul? Your soul, let me tell you first, what is your soul? Your soul is where your decision makings are at. It's also where your emotions come from. So you have the dirt. dirt suit. I call it dirt suit. Then you have the spirit. The spirit is of God. Then you have the soul. It's where you make your choices and emotions. That's where they come from. Bam. Here we go. So you have the dirt suit. It goes back down to the dirt. Then you have the soul. This is where your choices and your emotions, where your decisions are made from. Then you have the soul, the spirit, and that's where the image of God coming at. That's in our likeness. Have you ever paid attention to animals? Animals, they don't have the spirit of God. They are just beings from the earth. And when they operate from instinct, because God put instinct in them for survival. But then you have us, which is the human 3-part being. God gave us his likeness. That's where the spirit is at. The spirit is always willing to do God's will. Remember that. But then the body is the flesh. That body is weak. That's where you got Adam and Eve when they sinned, of course, eating the forbidden fruit. We all know it's not an apple, so I want you guys to know they didn't eat an apple. It was not an apple. It actually never said what kind of fruit it was. It just says from the tree of knowledge, the tree of life. That's what it's talking about. But anyway, here, the flesh is weak. The flesh want to do what the flesh wants to do, no matter what. But then this is the most important part of you. That's soul. Why is it so important? First, this is where your decisions come from, the choices that you make, and this is where your emotions come from. Satan, he taps into your emotions constantly. He also tries to get you to do the wrong thing all the time. Then you have God, the spirit. He taps into what is true about you. He also tries to get you to do the right thing. So your soul has a choice to do right, is this right, or wrong. So you are a 3-part being, okay? A 3-part being. Your soul has the decision. That's where decisions are made from. Now, for those of you who believe in heaven and hell, like I do, and you say, oh, I don't believe, for those of you who don't believe in heaven and hell, well, you'll find out the truth whenever your time comes when you die. But just hope you find that out before you die, because it'll be a shame for you to find out later and it's too late, you can't do nothing about it. But anyway, I'm speaking for those who actually do believe. Here, that soul is so important that Satan wants it. Not only Satan wants it, God wants it too. You have a choice who's going to get it by the choices that you make. You have a choice to make the right decision. You also have a choice to make the wrong decision. But you are the one who is going to live with it. Now, emotions. Emotions are feelings. It's what you feel, how you feel it, and how long you feel it for, okay? So if you are an emotional person who's always in your feelings, you might want to check yourself, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself always making bad choices because you're not thinking out of the spirit. You're actually acting out of your flesh. You want to be careful with that, because Satan taps into that a lot. He uses that to his advantage. He's like, hey, if I can get this person to feel like they're not worthy, then I can get this person to destroy themselves. I want to also share something else with you. So earlier today, I was writing something down, and this is why the revelation came to me, because I was writing something down and it just made sense. It clicked right away. When it comes to domestic violence, a lot of you don't see it being a big deal. It's almost like you're so used to it to where it's just the normal thing that goes on. But I've noticed how domestic violence have been so detrimental to the black race, to the community, not only black race, just minority people, period. Even if you're not a minority, it's just the point what I'm trying to make is that I've noticed the difference between one to the other. And I want to say, because what domestic violence does, when a person speak ill about you and to you, what end up happening is, okay, this is your body, this is your soul, this is your spirit. Domestic violence, what it does to you, it will take everything that your soul is feeling and it would use it against you instead of for you. So if a person who you love and you feel like they are supposed to act one way but act another. So let's just go ahead and just say, so let's say if you're married, you got a husband and he talks to you and he said, oh, you're not worth nothing, or you should just go here and kill yourself, or you are nobody wants you, all that kind of stuff, right? Your soul becomes damaged over time if you stay in that. Now, the spirit wants to do the right thing. The spirit wants to constantly tell you that you're not worthless, that you are better than that. But then your flesh is so weak because you're constantly getting beat down that you don't even know how to break away from the thoughts in your mind. And I mentioned in a video, and I also mentioned in audio, that no matter, even if a person survived their abuser, they still think about the words in their mind, even years to come, even after they gotten rid of the abuser, or after the abuser is long gone out of their life. It's just a thought that goes through your mind because Satan uses that. He knows exactly what made you emotional to tap into that emotion to get to you. So, but guess what? Even though you're emotional, you still have choices. You still have choices. The decision is all yours. You can stay in an abusive relationship, or you could leave it. And when you leave it, you still have to build yourself up. You still have to do the opposite of what your abuser have done to you. And I also want to share, I know I keep picking it up because I'm getting thoughts in my mind. So another thing I want to share is what domestic violence does to a person is that first, it attacks your soul. That's the first thing it attacks. It goes into the emotion. After the soul has been beat down, depressed, and sad, all those things, then it starts attacking the body. Now, you're eating, you have an eating disorder, whether you are an emotional eater or you are a person who don't eat. Now, I remember there was times about me that if I was sad or if I was angry or upset about something, I would go without eating, even though I'm hungry and I be needing to eat, but my body won't accept the food because I'm so emotional. Well, you got some people who are emotional eaters and they decide to start eating more. Now your body has been attacked from the abuse because you're starting to stretch out more or you're shrinking. And either way isn't healthy because it's not healthy weight or it's not healthy weight loss. So now your body has been attacked. So you got your soul been attacked. Now your body's been attacked. The spirit is still willing to do the right thing. You know what domestic violence is after? It's after the spirit. It wants to break your spirit. And if you stay in a relationship long enough to keep getting beat down or even beat up physically, if you're there too long, eventually your spirit is going to be broken. And that is a hard thing to put back together. God gave you a spirit that is willing to stay strong, not to be weak. That's why he says in scriptures, let the weak call themselves strong. It's a reason why he says that. It's not for you to be weak, because if you're weak in all three of these areas, you know what usually happens at that point? That's usually when you die. You can die before your body physically dies. And when that happened to you, it is so hard to come back from that. And that's when Satan feels like he got the best of you. But he actually don't have the best of you. If you get around people who can build you up, constantly have words of affirmation for yourself, good words of affirmation. I've noticed how many people are so depressed. I've noticed how many people don't really think they're worthy, especially women. And it's to a point to where I decided that I don't want to just keep noticing it. I want to help you. So, yes, I'm going to say it again. Come out and join us. October the 7th, 2023. Doors open at 5. And come out to the Houston Westway Park Holiday Inn Hotel. Make sure that you register. You must register. If you don't register, I'm not letting you in the door. Not just playing with you. I'll still let you in, but seats have to be available for you to actually be able to occupy the room with us. Because if there's no seats available, you're just going to stand around. But also, seats are limited, and I want you to register, and I will put the link in this description. So make sure you do that. If you take too long to register, like most people like to do, wait to the very last minute, you might say to yourself, man, October's a long way away. But time goes so fast, and not only that it goes by so fast, so much happened in such a quick amount of time. And I would say a short amount of time, but I say a quick amount of time because time goes so quickly. You will end up forgetting that you need to be here. And then you hit me up at the last minute and say, hey, are there still seats available? And I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's not. Nothing I can do right now, but I am going to record it. You just have to watch the recording, and you're still going to miss the fun. Because there will be DJ, and we will be dancing and partying after all the guest speakers have spoken and shared their presentation with you guys. There will be food, because what I want this event to be is more welcoming, to welcome you into a new environment, knowing that you are on a new journey for your life, that you are on a new path to change your life for the better. Also, you can follow me not only just on Facebook, but you can follow me on my website, queendomshiplife.org. But soon I will be transforming my website to a different website, because I've started a new business. It's called Imaging Coaching, and it's to coach you to build your self-esteem up. And yes, it is a professional business, and it does have an LLC, and I'm getting it off the ground this year, so by next year it'll be launched. And I'll talk more about that coming up after this, my gala, after the conference. So make sure you sign yourself up for the Free Yourself Conference Gala. I hope that I helped some of you guys. I really hope that I was able to share about you, who you are, and why you are who you are. I haven't gotten into your purpose yet, but that's a whole nother video. Don't want to take up too much time. So don't forget, your 3-part being: your body, soul, and spirit. Thank you, and I really hope to see you guys there.